Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
There's an update to the story with Ma'Khia Bryant. Now, a Franklin County, Ohio jury declined to indict the race soldier who fatally shot Ma'Khia Bryant last April. Now, State Attorney General David Yost said in a news release Friday. It said Yost also released investigative materials in the case, including more than a dozen interviews, crime scene and evidence photos, and other records. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, which was called in to investigate the officer-involved shooting, has completed its probe and referred the case to the prosecuting attorney in July. The Attorney General's office said Bryant, 16, was fatally shot by race soldier Nicholas Reardon on April 20, 2021, outside her foster home after an argument with two other young girls over housekeeping that escalated. Now, Ma'Khia's foster mother previously said the next step in the case is an administrative investigation to determine whether the race soldier's actions were within division policy. Now, the Public Safety Department of the City of Columbus said in a statement, because of that pending investigation at this time, said we are not able to comment any further. So this is another situation where a race soldier is going to get off and another black girl is dead. Now, if you remember the story, she got into a fight. She was about to be jumped by two girls. So she was going to even the score and pulled out what seemed to look like a knife, and the race soldier ended up shooting her down. That's what ended up happening. The situation. People was very upset by this. Of course, the way he just gunned down that young girl in that time period. We know that the cop that one of them was responsible for shooting our sister Breonna Taylor, he also got off even with the wanton endangerment charge. Now, that was just basically because he shot into the wall and it could have hit somebody else. That's what that was. And we know that David Cameron guy, so we know bootleg there, he made sure those race soldiers would not be charged anything substantial. So this is definitely, the standard operating procedure in America, that black people, don't get any kind of justice when dealing with these race soldiers. And this is why black people went out to vote, in the 2020 election, because they wanted these race soldiers to be held accountable. They wanted these race soldiers not to have qualified immunity, because the qualified immunity is what prevents them from getting charged like they should be charged and put in prison. You understand? And black folks went out there, lined up to vote in long lines, risked their lives. You had souls to the polls. You was strutting to the polls, ski-weeing it up. You understand? And what ended up happening after all the ski-weeing and souling to the polling and strutting to the polls? Well, what ended up happening to that? You busing people to the polls, and the black people are still not getting any kind of justice. And you have these midterms coming up, and that's the time to make your voice really heard, black folks. Now, what we have been talking about is two different things. Because of the Democrat Party and their egregious, very, very egregious behavior and attitude toward the black man and black woman of America, we have to make them realize that we're not people to be played with. No longer. Let them know this is a new generation and a new time. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for Ma'Khia Bryant, do it for Breonna Taylor, do it for women like that, okay? What we need to do is make sure the Democrats know that since you have turned, well, they've already turned their back, but they really been insistent and really been disrespectful in the time of the Jim Crow Joe administration, okay? I mean, they showed, I'm gonna give something to everybody else, but not y'all. Understand? The best way to pay them back is to sit it out. Or if you're not emotional, and we talk about this a lot on the podcast, if you're not an emotional black person, protest vote. But once again, you still got a choice. Either way, either you sit it out or protest vote, either way, you're not giving them your vote. We have to show them that we're not to be played with. And Biden is already concerned right now about that. He's telling them if y'all lose your advantage, all I'm gonna have is a veto pen. That's all you need at this point. That's all he need. Because if he'd have done right by black people, hell, I would have been the one telling y'all, hey, yeah, man, we need to go vote for Biden, man, because he did right by black people. But hell no. Nope. He was way too disrespectful to black people. Everybody getting money but black folk. Black folk get nothing but the Ukraine people about to get $13.4 billion of your tax dollars. They about to get it. But you can't get nothing. You can't get reparations. And they didn't need a study to send the Ukraine people no money. They need no study to do that. But when you talk about reparations, they need a study. They need a commission. Understand? Anytime it's time to pass out checks to everybody else, it's never a study. It's never even a talk about a commission. Those words, study and commission, is to play games with you. Because everybody else, there's no study, there's no commission. Remember, they gave the Asians a hate crime bill. You've been in this country 500 years, enslaved in this country close to 250 of those years. And you still don't have a hate crime bill? But the Asian community have one? They've been giving money left and right and left and right. Also, people from Afghanistan come in this country, they get $500 million. You get nothing. That's all that administration. Everybody else is getting money but you. So why the hell do we want to reward that particular party? For what? Like I tell people, tell that party to go talk to all them people that you rewarded. Talk to them. Tell them to vote for you because you gave us a proverbial F you and your butt to kiss ever since you got into office. And we still got the same problem that we had in at least, well, yeah, we do have the same problem, but it's worse. Because at least before Biden got in office, these other groups wasn't getting no money like that with Trump. They wasn't getting it. And the Asian community sure didn't have no hate crime thing. So really, we're worse off now than when we were then. If you think about it, that's a reality. It's so bad, even the Democrat shields are starting to acknowledge that situation. That's how bad it is. But y'all let me know in the comments section here. You know, let me know your assessment of Biden and his Democrat Party and how they treated black folks and how if they would have had qualified immunity, these race soldiers wouldn't be getting off like this. Thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store.